words that uplift, enlighten, and illumine. And I know that as this collective consciousness of love pours out into our community, into our island Jamaica, and indeed the cosmos, we can say today is God's day, a day in which we can truly rejoice in. We truly give thanks for the glorious blessings that continue to overflow in our lives and affairs. And indeed, that blessing that allows us to communicate with each other as others online are listening right now to these words, the words of God spoken into complete fulfillment as a perfect Sunday morning. This is the truth. I know that it is so. And so it is. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Coming into our sanctuary, welcome, welcome. Our chant this morning is at the very top of page 2, our God chant. God's the love that I am. God's the love that I am. God's the love that I am.
God's the love I am. God's the love that I am. God's the love that I am. God's the love that I am. God's the love I am. God's the love that I am. God's the love that I am. God's the love that I am. God's the love I am.
God's the love that I am. And we take that thought into a few seconds of silence. And so it is. Please join me in our affirmation of divine love, which is in the middle of page 2. Together, divine love is doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for this church now. Divine love is now victorious, and so it is. Our inspirational reading is taken from a little book called Spiritual Prescriptions for Health, Happiness, and Abundance. And the theme is, Thy kingdom come in me this day. The epigraph is from Matthew 6, verse 10. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. I'll pluralize it for us. Realizing that the kingdom of God is a kingdom of joy and that the heart of the eternal is most wonderfully kind. We place all our affairs in the keeping of divine love, and we permit all of our thoughts to be directed by divine wisdom. We now let the Spirit within us guide us and direct our paths into health, prosperity, and happiness. We let God's perfect kingdom be established in us today. And the fatherhood of God is revealed through us as the brotherhood of man. This brotherhood we help to establish on earth this day. We know that it is within all people. The indwelling love and wisdom draw us close to everyone we meet, in joy and in friendship. This is the kingdom we are recognizing as we affirm, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Can we say it together? Yes. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. And so it is. We light this candle on behalf of all the youth in the world. Together, let us affirm this blessing, which is also in the middle of page 2. We love you. We appreciate you. We salute the Christ in you. And we see you as shining lights onto your world. God is blessing you now. So it is. Oh, and together we'll sing lustily our mission song. The love light, the temple of light, the temple of light. We are a people with a vision, one with spirit on a mission, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love and liberate anyone who comes into contact with us, anytime, night or day. The temple of light, the temple of light, the temple of light. We are a people with a vision, one with spirit on a mission, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, to love and liberate anyone who comes into contact with us, anytime, night or day. Yes, Reverend John, I know you're here now. Oh, our announcements for today. First, our lovely flowers this morning are from the Floral Angels and exquisitely arranged by Mrs. Connie Nugent. Let us clap, Connie. Yes, our gratitude, Connie, and the Floral Angels who refuse to give their names, but they are so truly beautiful, and we love that consciousness from them that they provide for us every month. Thank you, ladies. Do we have any first-time visitors worshiping with us this morning? I say guests. Anybody? Oh, hi, good morning. Could you please stand, and our usher, Mrs. Livingston, will place a sticker over your heart. And if there are any first-timers online, welcome too. We behold the Christ in you. Thank you for coming and sharing your consciousness with us today. You're invited to our Wisdom Circle this morning, immediately following our celebration. Today, we'll be discussing the writings of New Thought luminary Dr. Tom Johnson in his book, Lessons from the Source. I do believe Ms. Charlton will lead that session right after church. Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., the sun has come up, so you don't have any excuse for staying in your beds. Please join Rev John Scott tomorrow for a refreshing, insightful, early morning start to your day. It's the beginning of September. It is school month, plenty traffic on the road, So start with Reverend John and get it right, okay? Our spiritual mind healing service is on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. It's on Facebook and the Zoom platforms. This week, our presenter is Rev Ann Shand. You know who that is? I don't know. I'm pleased to meet her, though. The link will be sent out from our mailing list. An hour of power on Thursday evenings when we commune in prayer power at 6 p.m. on Zoom. This link is also sent out in your mailing list on a Thursday morning. Wednesday, that's the 7th of September, join us at 5:30 p.m. on the Labyrinth, or Labyrinth Walk of Peace. Courtney and Carl, I do believe, will be there to shepherd you along this path of spiritual unfoldment as you walk the talk. So join us at 5:30 on Wednesday afternoon. Words, rhythms, and pick this in thing, raps. The sixth in the series of poetry, prose, and rhythms in the garden will be held next Sunday from 5 to 7 p.m. Auntie Lilith told you all about it last week. We are going to have 8. We're going to have Joan Andrea Hutchinson. We're going to have our children, Zara Elliott, and members of the music house. We're going to have our own young people walking the fashion walk as well. It's going to be lots of fun. So join us. Join us. The tickets are 2,000 adults, 1,000 for children below 13 years old. The tickets are here. Please take home your 5 or your 10 before you go home. Thursday, we start our classes. We have Reverend Sonia and myself on Zoom at 7 to 9 with the Art of Uncertainty, based on the book of the same name by Dr. Dennis Merritt Jones. Contribution is a love offering. We started last Thursday. It's a beautiful group of persons who are just interested in spiritual growth and unfoldment. The link will be sent out in your email address. It's based on the book, The Art of Uncertainty. Also beginning on September 15th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., Reverend John will have his regular face-to-face classes, and this is titled 10 Secrets for Success and Inner Peace, and it's based on this book by Wayne Dyer. Please come out on Thursday mornings. It's a wonderful session with people who just rearing to just allow that spiritual consciousness to unfold through them. It's a really loving exercise. So come out on the 15th at 11 a.m. The contribution for classes is $1,200 Jamaican or $10 US. And it's $1,600 or $12 for those who are not members. Prayer. This is an important time in our lives, and we do need prayer. So we continue to respond to all your requests for prayer. A practitioner is available to pray with you following our Sunday service. On duty this morning is practitioner Sandra Cooper, and the number to call is 876-289-0907. And if you would like to speak to a minister, call the same number, 289-0907, Monday to Fridays between the hours of 8 a.m. to 12 midnight. Friends, I'm so glad you continue to financially support our ministry. So please visit our donate page at donate.templeoflightcsl.org. It has all our banking details. And we do thank you for your generous contributions, your consciousness of time, talent, and treasure, for helping us to remain that beacon of light shining forth from 4 to 6 Fairway Avenue. Thank you for your generosity. Now, this concludes the announcements. Now, kindly join us in the singing of our praise song, God Working, written by our beloved Steve. The words are on your program on page 3. If you're in the sanctuary, or it's on the screen if you're online.
I know that of myself, it may not do a thing. It's the Spirit working in me that make me dance and sing. Sometimes you don't feel sorry, sometimes you don't feel glad. Then remember Spirit in me, and nothing is all bad. I know that of myself, it may not do a thing. Spirit working in me that make me dance and sing. Oh, walk in this assurance, God's will good can done. And when the Spirit hold you, jump up and wheel and turn. Wonder to behold. The stories are so glorious, the heart cannot be told. I know that of myself, need not do one thing. It is the Spirit working in me that make me dance and sing. Thank you,
Nicey?
Stevie.
Thank you, Stevie. Good. Can we please stand for the prayer of our center? It's on a flyer in the middle of your program for those in the sanctuary, and for those online, it's right on the screen. The Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living is a sacred field embodying our spiritual community, from which the Christ peace, love, and joy emanate, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, and to liberate anyone who comes into contact with it in any way. The light of the Christ illumines us, our center, and our environment. Our spiritual community is filled with and surrounded by the presence of God, and is growing from strength to strength.
The power of God expands our consciousness of truth, guiding us ceaselessly along the paths of wisdom, spiritual growth, unfoldment, and attainment. We are blessed, and to God be the honor and the glory forever and ever. So it is.
Okay, so we are still on our feet. Let us begin with our first hymn this morning, Dear Lord and Father of Mankind. It's also on a flyer in your program and on the screen for those online.
Dear Lord and Father of mankind, forgive our foolish ways. Reclothe us in our rightful mind, till in our lives thy truth we find, and with new reverence praise, and with new reverence praise. Breathe through the pulse of our desire thy speak through the earthquake, wind and fire. Oh, still small voice of calm. Oh, still small voice of calm. Drop thy still dews of quietness till all was striving cease. Take from our souls the strain and stress till we with ordered lives express the beauty of thy peace, the beauty of thy peace.
Thank you. Please sit. I'm making you wait long, don't you? 3 weeks and we don't see him. He's right back with us, refreshed and vital and vibrant. Please help me welcome our beloved Rev John to the mic. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Good morning, family. We're glad to see you now. I'm glad to know that you are online as well, worldwide family. Welcome to another beautiful, I nearly said quiet moment in the garden, but it's not so quiet this morning. We are making a joyful noise, and it is wonderful to be back. I am back from vacation, feeling rested and rejuvenated, and ready to tackle the 1,000,001 things I have to do as I prepare to wind up. We don't wind down at the temple, we wind up to my retirement date of November 30th, 2022. Just before I went off on vacation, one of the participants in our Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life program, unwittingly, that's the program in the prison here in Kingston, unwittingly gave me the idea for this morning's encouragement. As I've told you before, at that course, which is 12 weeks, one of the classes is devoted to having a conversation about what is their most desired thing. And I think I've shared with you, and you could imagine, most of them most desire what? Freedom. But this young man at the last class, which ended just the last Tuesday, the first Tuesday of August, when I said, what is your most desired thing? He said, more time. Now, those of my cohort, people in my age group, know that in old Jamaica, that was a way of saying, see you later, or so long. You'd say more time as you left somebody's presence, right? So for a moment I thought he was saying, more time, I'm gone. So I said, what, you're not staying for the rest of the class? You're gone? You turn your back? So he said, no, uncle. You asked, what is my most desired thing? And I said, I want more time. So I said, you want more time in this place? So the class laughed, of course. And he said, no. And there was this long pause. He said, I want more time to make up for all the evil that I've done in my 25 years. It's almost every Tuesday, my ball, you know, friends. Almost every Tuesday, water come on my eye. And I want you to know that I don't go into that institution. In fact, I never stand at the podium, I never give a talk without first saying to the Father, Father, blot out John Scott so that you can speak. And so sometimes some things come out of my mouth and people tell me I've told them things which I have no recollection of having said. But I remember what I said to him. I said, listen to me, Godson. I want you to listen to me very carefully. Remember what the Master, Yeshua Bar Joseph, a.k.a. Jesus, said as they strung him up to murder him? There was a convicted thief strung up beside him. And that man said to him, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom. Reverend Ann read from the inspirational reading this morning, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. And so when that thief said to the Master, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom, do you remember what the response was? Anybody online remember? This day shalt thou be with me in paradise. Today. Not tomorrow, not in some future time that we have to work towards and be good, or God put an X against our name. Today. And so there is no need for more time, because all of God, I'm speaking to him, in the chapel at the prison. All of God is present right where you are in this moment. Everybody say with me, and you say it with me now too. All of God is present in this moment. Together? All of God is present in this moment. So I've titled my encouragement today, Savor Each Moment and You'll Have More Time. Savor each moment and you will have more time. Because today, all of God is where you are. Today, and in fact, this moment, this very instant, this second, is really the only time you have, my friends, my family. More time. More time, more time. So many people tell me they are desperate for more time. And you know, one of the paradoxes of our modern era is that we have made all kinds of devices and equipment and instruments to make our lives easier. You know, they have robots now cleaning the house and all kinds of inventions to make life easier. And people still say, I need more time. Time is running out on me. But you know, friends, after meditating on the business of more time for a while, I began to see that it's not time itself that's the problem. It is not a case of time management. It is a case of self-management. How do we manage ourselves in the time that we have? And time, as you know, is a construct of the human mind. Time is a creation of our ego. An enlightened perspective must put time then in its place. Let us go back to that wonderful story in the Garden of Eden, when Adam and Eve ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. It was regarded and has been regarded over the centuries by Orthodox Christianity as the first sin. And it's referred to as the fall. But it wasn't a fall, my friends. It was the beginning of the evolution of human consciousness. It was a quantum leap in consciousness into the awareness of who and what we are, and that we have the gift that God has given to all humanity, the gift of choice. That we can choose whom we serve, what we think, what we do, and how we want to be in this moment. Wow. When I stand before those people incarcerated and I say, this moment you can choose, because you're not your past, you're not what you have done. Today, you can be with the Spirit within you in paradise, in the kingdom, K-I-N-D-O-M, that makes us all brothers and sisters in a world that hungers and thirsts after righteousness. Righteousness being the right useness of the law of mind. And so I want you just to think about this business of being in the moment. Because ego consciousness tries to let us believe that we're running out of time. Now, nothing is wrong with the ego, my friends, let me just tell you. We need it. It is an essential part of our makeup as human beings. But we need to have it under control. Just imagine, your 7-year-old son or daughter trying to convince you to let them drive the car. You don't throw them out the car or say, don't be, stupid picnic. You humor them and say, yeah, you soon get to that stage, son, or that stage, darling, whatever you call your little ones. And it's the same thing with our ego. It is essential, but you don't want to throw it out or kill it. You just don't want it to drive your life. So you put it in perspective and you say, look, spirit within me, that make me jump and sing, according to Steve Golding's beautiful God, ribby-dibby-dibby, God working. It is God working in my life and the spirit within me that directs my every footstep along the pathway that I have chosen. So we put ego consciousness in its place. And I'm not dissing time, because those of you that know me know I'm rather strict and particular about being on time. And I often say to my friends who are habitually late for appointments, sometimes just 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you ever notice it? Some people come to church 10 past 9 every Sunday of life. And there's always a reason why they couldn't get here at 9. They mean to come in now, and they're driving out and something happened. They forget their wallet and have to turn back. Whatever it is. I'd say to them, if you are in the habit of being slightly late for everything, you have set up a pattern in the universe that makes your good come to you slightly late. If you're always chronically late, you have set up a pattern in the universe that is attracting chronic lateness for your good to arrive to you as well. It comes, but you have to wait. So we need to establish habits of punctuality and being on time. So I'm not dissing time. Many of the great masters have taught that the present moment is perfect just as it is, and have urged us to be mindful of that moment. There's a Taoist parable that beautifully illustrates the living in the moment and the going in the flow. According to this parable, there was a monk walking down the riverbanks, and he noticed an old man walking on the very edge of the gorge. And the river was roaring. It was spewing out of the mountain with a ferocity that was just breathtaking, and there were jagged rocks and huge boulders in the river. And as the monk was saying, wow, look at the power of God, the old man slipped and fell into the raging surf. And the monk was so astonished, amazed, and sorrowful, he began to chant the chant for the dead. When all of a sudden, the old man just popped out back up the river, downstream, on his side, on the monk's side, perfectly unharmed, and landed on his 2 feet. So the monk hurried up to catch him up and said, no, I have to talk to you. What just happened? How did you manage that incredible feat? And the old man said, it's really quite simple. I went in with a swirl and I came out with a twirl. The parable is a deep teaching on the power of saying yes to every moment. And that old man must have been trained in the art of complete relaxation. It's a parable, but we all know of actual stories of drunkards and babies who go through accidents without a scratch and without being harmed because they have not resisted the power that was threatening to swamp them and overtake them. If you go with the flow, the resistance, of course, is not there. It's the resistance that harms you. So one of my favorite films of yesteryear, and many of you may remember it won many Academy Awards a few years ago, portrayed this same enlightened perspective on life. It was the film Forrest Gump. Remember Forrest Gump? It captured so many Oscars. And the secret of its success, I believe, was the paradoxical wisdom that it gave. If you don't resist the flow of life, not only will you survive, but you will thrive. Just like the little old man in the Taoist parable, Forrest is totally open and gives way to the flow. He goes with the flow in all situations. He learned from his mama. Remember, she said, you never know what you're going to get. And so she taught him the lesson with a box of chocolates. And Forrest knew that you never knew exactly what flavor you were going to get. Was it filled with orange, or was it a cherry in the center, or was it nuts? But he knew whatever you got would be good. And the big aha for Forrest was, if you didn't like it when you took the first bite of the one you chose, what you do? Choose again. And that is the lesson, that you have choice, and you can choose and choose and choose. There is no limit to the amount of choices you can make. So this brings me to your assignment. I come back from leave, you think we wasn't going to get an assignment. But this is a very pleasurable, sweet assignment. I gave it a few years ago, maybe 8 or 10 years ago. And people who did it said that it really worked for them. I want you to get yourself a small box of chocolates, or a bag of chocolate kisses, or even a bar of chocolate. And every day this week, I want you just to pause, eat one square of the bar, or one chocolate, or one chocolate kiss. And as it melts in your mouth and you savor the taste, say these 6 words over and over until the chocolate is completely dissolved in your mouth. Say, just this, right now, just this. Say it with me right now. Just this, right now, just this moment, just in this breath, I am savoring this moment in life. Just this, right now, just this. If you can't eat chocolate, then choose grapes or a fruit or some other delicious morsel and do the same thing. Just this, right now, just this. New Thought author Dennis Merritt Jones, in the book that Reverend Sonia and Reverend Anna is exploring, says, and I quote, mindfulness brings our beingness into our doingness. Mindfulness brings our beingness into our doingness. So that instead of just being humans doing, we are what we were intended to be, humans being. As Merritt Jones puts it, quote, the irony is our body cannot be any place other than in the present moment. But for far too often, our mind is elsewhere. Mindfulness is the practice of calling the thinking mind back to where the body is, wherein the two become as one in the present moment. Mind and body in the same place in the present moment. Mary Jones writes, as you incorporate your awareness of being present in the moment, your doing, that's the who of who you are, becomes infused with your being, the what you are, as the activity at hand. At this level of mindful living, your every action becomes a portal for a potential redefining moment, be it while driving the car, mowing the lawn, changing the baby's diaper, selling real estate, performing brain surgery, or making love to your significant other. I like the last one best. Be in the moment. The primary thing is to be present with what you are doing, and you will be amazed at what will be revealed to you in the moment. So this week, practice mindfully savoring your chocolate and saying what? Just this, right now, just this. I've been mindful also that while I beg you, don't put your dinner on a plate and sit before the TV and shovel the food into your mouth mindlessly while you watch the news or whatever. Make a point of sitting and savoring your meal and the person that you're sharing it with. And if you live alone like me, then savor your own company. Look at the patterns of the food on the plate, the color, the aroma. Be present. Be present, my friends, in the moment, because this day you can be in the paradise of the kingdom of God within you. Other thing I want you to remember is, if you feel pressed for time this week, is that the universe is on your side. There's an amusing story told about the late, great Albert Einstein, who was asked when he was near his moment of transition by an interviewer, He said, Mr. Einstein, of all the questions you have ever asked, what was the most important? This is the man about to make his transition, you know. And you can just see the reporter or the interviewer getting his pen ready to write something heavy and, you know, meaningful and weighty about consciousness and quasars and, you know, black holes. And Einstein said, oh, that's easy. The question is the universe a friendly place or not? And you know, friends, every great mind, every seer, every prophet, every great teacher, every guru has taught that the universe is for you. And as we say in Jamaica, what is for you can be on for you. The universe is for you. It has your back. It wants you to succeed. This day you shall be with the spirit of life, of love, of laughter, of joy, in the paradise of being a divine creation of the Almighty, living in the kingdom of God. So, one such rare soul who taught this was, of course, Dr. Ernest Holmes, who gave the world this teaching known as the science of mind and spirit. In the foreword of his very first book, Creative Mind, which was published in 1917, Ernest Holmes writes, and I quote, "The hand of eternal progress is brushing the cobwebs from the corridors of time." Don't you love that imagery? Brushing the cobwebs from the corridors of time, and is again revealing to the human race the mysteries of being. As there is nothing new under the sun, the searchlight of truth is bringing to light only what has been known to the few in all generations. The time has now come when the few must become the many. The whole world, from the least to the greatest, must know the truth so that man may understand the great laws that govern his life. He must learn to control his own destiny, to heal his own body, and bring happiness to his own soul. Ignorance must vanish, and understanding must be ushered in. Man is no longer to be governed by anything outside himself. Creeds, doctrines, churches, institutions, organizations, governments are all being changed to give place to the realization of the individual. There is a power in and through all that is working this great transformation. All that will not measure up to the standard must fall by its own weight. All that is in line with the truth must still prosper. The time is at hand, Holmes says. We are in the greatest age of all history. We are in the age of the unifying of all people and all things into the ever-present one. The temple, not made with hands, is now being silently built by the emancipated souls of this planet. End of that brilliant quote from Ernest Holmes. So, my friends, the time is at hand, and we are the emancipated souls to whom Ernest Holmes refers. Let us be mindful of our responsibility to create a world that works for everyone. Let us trust the universe and trust our own authority and ability to manage the task of building the temple of our enlightened consciousness of oneness. That is what we are about at this Temple of Light. Turn to your neighbor and say, deeply we are one. Namaste. Deeply we are one. Namaste. My friends, yes. Deeply we are one. Namaste. More time. Thank you.
Justice right now. Justice. Well, Reverend John, thank you for that encouragement. Oh, I can just see myself. I mean, I've ate chocolates for the longest. I mean, I cut my eye after it when I went in the supermarket, but I'm buying it today. One square. Justice right now. And just savor that in this moment, is our paradise. Thank God for this teaching, this choice that we have to live and to be the greatest we can be in any given moment. We have the potential. Friends, let me clap Reverend John again. Yes, justice right now. And we savor the beauty that we have within us and to share the love that we are. Thank you, Reverend John. And before we have our Davel for the musical item, it's the birthday month for those in September. I'm looking around in the faces. It's only me one and Kayla going to stand up. Oh, yes, Nikki, we are the same date. September 6th.
And here comes Marshall.
Oh, yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear loved ones.
Happy birthday
to you.
God is blessing you now.
God is blessing you now. Yes,
Right
Christy.
now,
God is blessing you now.
Right now, God is blessing you now. Happy birthday to you. And the universe says to those celebrating a birthday in September, this day shall you be with me in paradise. The paradise of your divine being, the paradise of your success in relationships, in business, at work and at play, the success of your life in every domain. Because the universe has your back and all is well. And so I know for those with September birthdays that from the center of their being to the circumference of their conscious awareness, they live, move, and manifest life in a victorious state of fulfillment to the honor and glory of God. Just this joy, this love, this beingness, this prosperity, this wholeness and holiness, right now, just this. And I am so grateful that this is so.
And so it is. Thank you, Rev. Now I turn you over to Davel Thompson, our musical.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Davel.
Wow. So the message was just beautiful. I will say that. And I take personally from it, and I'm not discrediting at all what you would have mentioned, but just to make every moment in general an interaction where you just take it and say, just this right now, just this. So I encourage us all, to, as you go through time, even in traffic when you're stressed out and you're annoyed, just this right now, just this. So hope you have a great week ahead and a great time through all your experiences. All right?
Thou changest not, thy compassions, they fail not. As thou hast been, thou forever will be. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness, morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hands have provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Summer and winter and the springtime and the harvest, sun, moon, and stars in their courses above. Join with all nature in manifold witness to thy great faithfulness, mercies, and love. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness, morning by morning, and new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hands have provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Pardon for sin and a peace that endureth, thine own dear presence to cheer and to guide, strength for today and bright hope for tomorrow, blessings all mine with 10,000 beside. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness, morning by morning, and new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hands have provided. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Thank you.
Just this. Right now. You see what you'd miss if you're sitting there thinking, I wonder if the rice and peas ready at Megamart. You miss the beauty. You miss the silence between each note. You miss the energy. Let us practice, my friends, being present in the moment so that we are not robbed of the beauty that is everywhere around us. A gift from God to you personally. And for those of you who have a birthday this month, just take that song. It's my favorite hymn, I think, of all. Take that into your consciousness this month. The faithfulness of the universe, the faithfulness of the Creator, the infinite invisible, that one indestructible, absolute and self-existent cause, which is with you in the moment, every moment of life's way. In that consciousness, will you stand and say with me the prayer of Jamaica, which is on a flyer in your program, and thanks to Tony Henry, also on your screen. Thank you, Tony. Wonderful. The prayer of Jamaica. The radiant light of God's love is now flowing through us and from us to everything and everyone it touches. The eternal light of God's love now completely fills, covers, and surrounds our island, Jamaica. The glowing intensity of the light of God's love now interpenetrates and awakens within the hearts and minds of our countrymen and women the truths of life which set free. The light of God's love is growing and glowing in intensity in the hearts and minds of mankind everywhere. Love, health, harmony, goodwill, peace, uprightness, integrity, joy, prosperity, and our oneness under God are now established, and so it is. And remain standing as we sing our second hymn, Through the Love of God our Father.
Through the love of God our Father, all will be well. Free and changeless is his favor, and all is well. Gloriously his love revealed us, patiently his truth has healed us. Ever shall his power shield us, and all is well. Though we pass through tribulation, all will be well. Life fulfills each expectation, and all is well. While his truth we are applying, and upon his love relying, God is every need supplying, and all is well. Sing now a bright tomorrow, all will be well. Faith can sing through days of sorrow, and all is well. Joyfully in mind confiding, ever finding God abiding, his responsive spirit guiding, all now is well.
And in the consciousness that all now is well, please take your love offering in your hands. And if you are online and about to press the donate.templeblattcsl.org button, just put your hand on your heart, because that is where the gift comes from. And say with us, lovingly I give, joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful, increase and multiply. Bless, prosper and enrich everyone whom you touch, and replenish all of my financial affairs. So be it. Thank you, Father. And so it is. Just this moment of peace, this moment of grace, this moment of giving of ourselves, our time, our talent, and the treasure of our consciousness, this moment of contributing money substance to the spread of truth, this moment of community, common unity, right now, right here, just this, and all is well. We truly give thanks as we go from this place and stay connected at the heart, one with each other, one with God, and one with all of life. We give thanks that this is so, and so it is. Would you sing with me, Yes, There Is Love?
In perfect harmony, yes, This is my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in love eternally. Yes, there is love on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
My friends, join me tomorrow morning in the garden if you can, or listen to it on YouTube. And on Tuesday evening, be with us at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our spiritual mind healing service. And then on Wednesday, I'll be there again in the garden with a word to quiet your throbbing heart. And on Thursday, there will be prayer power in the evening at 6, and Reverend Sonia and Reverend Ann's class on the Dennis Merritt Jones amazing book. And Friday, I'm back with you. You're going tired of me, you know? No, you won't. And then Sunday, we meet again to celebrate the goodness, the godness of our journey together in truth. God loves you, and so do I. Namaste.
The love that was meant to be with God as our power, family all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, love begins with we. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step we take, yes, this is our joyous vow.